So my dad had quite big, ambitious, fantastic plans, didn't he, for lots of projects. Can you just tell me about the big pot he was going to make?
Yeah. The thing that was really appealing about it, that he always thought big about big projects. So he did some research and he thought he would build the biggest pot in the world. I believe the last one I heard of was in Taiwan, which was not really a big pot anyway. So the idea was to build this gigantic pot about 27-30 feet high, which would have taken 2 or 3 days to fire it, and it was going to be the star attraction on the Shapinsay. So it would hopefully have brought in tourism and some money for the island, and it would have been certainly on the tourist trail if it had all worked. And the idea was to let people put their names on it and sponsor the build of this gigantic pot, and hopefully everybody who came to visit the mill will be able to put a piece of clay onto it and build it. So hundreds of people would build. In the end, people will be able to say that hundreds of people built this gigantic pot. So he always had these very imaginative big ideas which were absolutely fantastic. Right, we worked out this plan of building this giant dragon, which was going to be 30 feet long and 15 feet high, and we were going to build it out of clay, out of local Shapinsay clay, and we was going to put a kiln inside this and fire pots in it, and hopefully in the evening there would be lights across the spine of the dragon, and the flames would be coming out of the mouth, and the next day you'd be able to empty the kiln and you get all these pots out of the dragon's belly. But the idea was to put sky rockets and put wine on, free wine and food, and make a big festive scene of this and invite lots of people to come and help us build it. So unfortunately we did build a prototype, but sadly and tragically really that he became ill and he died before we could build the dragon. So it would have happened this summer, but unfortunately he died in December last year. So that was another fantastic big idea that we couldn't carry out. So it just fits his philosophy, which is let's make something really spectacular and big, and all his life that he's always thought in big terms. So it's such a tragedy that he's not here now to be able to do that. So it would be lovely if we could get enough people interested and enough money to be able to build this fantastic dragon, which would stand guard over the Shapinsay Mill, the Elwick Mill, and be an absolutely wonderful thing to see. This is a spin-off from the idea that Dave and myself had about building the big dragon on Shapinsay. So I thought what I would do is build some dragon's heads to get a feel and an idea of what they would have been like. So this is Mark III, but the actual one that would go on the dragon will be 3 times bigger than this. So this is really a prototype to work out some of the technical problems that would come across.
Yeah, the dragon's flame.
Dragons are the strangest things.
Okay, that'll do.
They do ridiculous things.